Hello folks, and welcome back to day 5 of Subsistence. At the end of day 4 we had dropped this beautiful deer right here. We're going to go ahead and clean him up, get his horns, get his meat, get some breakfast on the table, and get back to finishing some work on the house. We're going to get quite a bit of things on the house done today. The house is the focus for today. We should have quite a few materials to get quite a bit done. It's just going to be a matter of waiting for the power generation, but we should be able to get quite a bit done today. So let's put the axe away now. Still pretty cold up here. See how we're doing here. Whoa, we need to get some wood on that fire. See if we can catch it before it goes out. Whoo, barely. There we go. Let's drop that in there. Drop that canteen on there. And we are off to the races. How's our veggies looking? Doing okay, but let's eat the rest of that kelp. That's what I was trying to think of. I think I called it seaweed in the previous video. Okay, so let's bring this up. We're going to need some of that. And let's see here. Take that down there. Alright, let's see what we got to work with here. So, now we need one of those. That's going to be a requirement. Once we have that, some of these will open up like the workbench. And then the other thing we're going to look at is making the wood burner today. With the wood burner, we can turn the fat into biofuel and start stockpiling some of that. You see our protein's down a little bit, so it's a good thing we just took down that deer, get some breakfast. Got our water ready. Don't quite need any yet, but we'll take it out there. Let's put our door here while the rest of that is cooking. Bam! Got a door. Let's give that another couple seconds here. Don't want to leave that on. Well, here, let's go put this away. Drop that in there. Let's see where we're at here. Let's take this guy, put it down here. Little gas generator. Put that right there. And that's ready to go. Breakfast is served, ladies and gentlemen. If there's anything else nearby, let's take a peek outside. I don't see anything particularly nearby. There is a wolf down there. He's not too far. A moose. He's got to go, guys. All right. What a great way to start it out, this episode. All right. So here we go. Fire one. Oh, I missed. Not good. Damn. Where'd he go? We got to watch because he's hanging out where... getting higher where the leopards are too. There we go. There's one. Now I think I might get one more hit on him and then he's going to chase us. So that will make things interesting. Where'd you go, bud? There you are. Yep. Time to run. Woo! Ooh, feet don't fail me now. And they will, man. If they hit you, oh, it's so grody. Like when they kill you, they will literally pick you up on their antlers, toss you around. It's so gross. It's like epically gruesome. Gruesome. Yes, I said that. That's a new word. Not yet. I know that I probably could, but I'm not going to yet. Nah. I'd rather play it safe. I don't want the damn infection from getting hurt by an animal, and I just don't want to die by a moose. Actually, hey, you're easy. Beautiful. And this is breakfast. So we're going to get 2 steaks out of this. And a liver. Oh, yeah. And some sinew. Ooh, buddy. The sinew is priceless. And very hard to get. You can only get it from them. And the, let's see, it's cut into halves. You can get it from the moose and you can get it from the mountain lions. And it's a pain. The mountain lions are brutal. All right, look at that, man. Perfect. Perfect. All right, and we're going to take the antlers and actually we're going to start, we need some ash. Okay. All right, how much ash do we have? 110, how about that? There we go. So it needs biofuel. But we have a way around that here in a minute too. So we're going to come up here and we're going to start making... And it's okay that we're going to use all that. That's totally fine. But now we've got some adhesive, which is fantastic. Let's go check our breakfast. Okay, it's still cooking. And what we're going to make now is one of these, wood burner. And that will allow us to turn the fat into biofuel. And we can also use the medicinal herbs that we have a ton of to make some biofuel as well. Alright, so that's done. We're not going to be able to eat it yet. We don't need to. I do like that about this sim, that it won't let you eat when you don't need to, so you don't have to worry about wasting food. That's cooked at least. Alright. You want to be careful with the dirty water too. Same thing. You don't want that infection. It's awful. Alright, so we got some things moving here. Let's get this ash in here. Let's come up here and get the wood burner. Ooh, baby, yeah. No more fireplaces for us. Alright, so we're going to take our wood burner and set it right there for now. And we're going to drop this in here, and you can just drop it in here, but it goes into this tab here. Let's go get the rest of that. There we go. And we're going to come up over here. Let's load it up with the... I thought I still had the logs on me. I guess not. How about that? Alright, get the logs. Fuel it. We're just going to put one of those... Oh, wow, I don't need all of those. Put one of those in there and ignite it. There we go. Beautiful. And then we put these in here. Look at that. And that'll start rendering us... Gosh, filled that perfectly. And that'll start getting us some biofuel. And it works to cook our food and everything too. So we can actually take this and extinguish it. And we'll delete it. And there we go. And we even get half the materials that we used back. Keep that down there until it's time to use the rest of that. And we are making some progress, folks. Okay, so I do have some further thinking to do here because we need to expand this. And I'm thinking that I need to... Where did I put the door to that? It's right there, isn't it? Yeah, I did. So I'm thinking what may need to actually happen is we should make another foundation, extend this out further, push everything out just a little bit further. That way I can make a storage room for all of the power, etc. Unless I can do something like right there. That would be kind of cool. That might work as a separator. I don't know if I'll like that or not. We need an upstairs is what we need. Let's make an upstairs. That's what we need. Let's see what we got here. I need to make a refinery. Let's get that going too. 3 out of 10. Let's make some planks. And while those are going, even though they're going to be done before I get to the tree, let's cut a couple more trees down. Oh, look, veggies. But we do need that, and we'll make the refinery. Then we can start refining some iron fragments. With the iron fragments, we can make a roof access to a top level where we can start expanding. Just go grab a few trees. That way we're not doing this 20 times today, because we're going to be building a lot today. That's the plan anyway, assuming everything goes well. We just want to make sure we have enough wood where we're not chasing planks all day long. And no, I did not edit the shotgun rounds. Close range, game over. And don't use them on a chicken or a rabbit. Completely destroys the cloth and the animal. Alright, we should be good after this one for a little bit. Okay, let's head back. Oh look, blueberries. Alright, and here... There we go. And the other thing we'll want, so you need 1,200, so we need more of these. But this is a fantastic start to what we're looking for. Let's drop this guy down right here, and let's get some iron fragments, because I believe that's what we need for the roof access. An adhesive and a metal ingot, so we're going to need the workbench too. But, hey, we can get some things started here. To make the metal ingot, you need the iron fragments, that I do recall. What am I looking for? Iron. There we go. So let's just drop those in and turn it on. There we go. It takes half power per second, and this is why I bumped this up. By default, I think its default intake was like 0.1 or 0.3. And it just, yeah. Anyway. Made things possible to actually build. Alright, so now we have to wait. So you're waiting at this point. You can see we're getting 13 biofuel out of what we got there already. We can drop that in there from killing the wolf. Pop those two down. Drink some more water. Stay hydrated, right? We're looking good still, man. We still got plenty of stuff that we can build, so I'm really excited for this. We're going to go ahead and extract that seed. Might as well cook up that steak. The liver. Hey, we were able to eat it. Great. We won't have to worry about that going bad. We're staying on top of things. We're getting tons of iron fragments now. Let's see where we're at. Can we make our workbench yet? No, we need 750, so we need to build another one of those, but we can do that now. And so we're actually going to need a third one before we can make the fridge, because this... Oh, no. Never mind. This will do it. Never mind. So once we set this one down, then we can wait. The fridge can be made, and we can start storing our food. So we're getting there. Perfecto. Where did I put those seeds? There they are. 3 seeds. Yeah, these are cotton, which is nice. Cotton, unfortunately, there's no way to extract the seed even if you actually grow cotton. The only way to find cotton is out in the wild or in the locked boxes. Or I guess not the locked boxes, but the boxes. Okay, cool. Looking great. Yeah, buddy. We've got tons of fragments going. So let's see where we're at here now. So we're at 1,500 of a cap. Just waiting for that power to generate. 750 for the workbench, which is going to be needed for the roof access, but the roof access can wait. We're going to focus on the refrigerator. Once we get the refrigerator, then we'll start expanding everything else. But let's start getting ourselves into a position where we can survive. Same thing with the bed. Probably time to start working on the bed. The bed is going to give us a spawn point. So, and we don't have to use a ladder access, come to think of it. We can do a roof. It all depends on how we want to do this. So if we want to keep this a dining room, for example, and yes, I'm saying a dining room because, like I said, you can make a kitchen table. Let's do this. Let's do it like this. Let's grab the wood stairs. We'll have that as an access to the roof, which means we're going to have to do a whole lot more wood chopping. Because we're going to need a ton of planks and everything else to basically replicate the bottom floor now. We're going to go 2 stories. The reason why we're going up instead of out is because I'm already worried about the BCU. The BCU is right here, but it has a bubble, a blue bubble. You can't just build anywhere like most construction sims. It's one of the other things that I do hate about Subsistence is the build zone. And you can make BCU range extenders, but in my opinion, they shouldn't be necessary to begin with. The BCU or the build range is another one of those things that I do think is stupid. But here, now we've got this. And so that'll help. And honestly, for these, like, we can move them now. And you'll see there's the blue bubble. If you look outside, there's our blue bubble. So, I mean, it's a pretty good size range, don't get me wrong, but it's just one of those, like, why? You know? But the other catch doing that, you know what? What if we expanded this wall out and made it just like a, like a storage room? See, that's why I was thinking the center. If we went into the center, let's do this. I know how we're going to do this, I think. I can always extend this out further if we wanted to, too. So what I think we'll do is actually leave that there. We'll close that off. Make that our storage room for all of those. And then if we need to, we can always expand this out forward over the water. Okay, yeah. We'll do that. We'll do that. Because the roof we're going to want for solar panels, things like that. All right, let's see where we're at. Oh, we're at 500. So now, where are we? Oh, that's right. I need a solar panel in order to do that. So what we're going to have to use is the generator. So let's grab our rendered fat. Drop this in here, and off we go. I increase that as well. Again, progression. So now we are bringing in 3 power per second because the generator's running. So once we hit 750, I think the workbench actually needs to take precedence over the fridge because it's going. We're going to be held up until I can get that workbench going. So we'll just keep doing that. All right. It's going to work out, guys. So let's put all this back in here for now. There we go. Order of operation. Except for that. That's not the order of operation. There we go. Cool. There wasn't anything cooking in there, right? Yeah, okay. How are we looking? Ooh, almost. Oh, that was dumb. Hoo-ah! There it is, man. All right, so we have our workbench. Let's go ahead and set that right here. Beautiful. And there's our metal ingots that we need, and we need copper and iron fragments. So let's grab the iron ore that we picked up. And we picked up quite a bit of iron fragments. There we go. That'll give us 120 copper. I'm just going to put one stack back in here. Actually, I guess we should keep the smaller stack out. And we can get right to work. Just making a couple now. And let's see. Let's work on... I believe we can also make the rifle. And the rifle's... Yep. The rifle's going to be critical for the hunters. That way you have something a bit stronger at long range. Let's get that rifle ammo in the bags. I'm going to put the pistol away, to be honest with you guys. I just don't use it. I don't particularly care for it. I'd much rather use the rifle over the pistol. Bam! There we go. Alright, and later we can upgrade these weapons. Speaking of which, let's reload the shotgun. Need a new pick. Let's repair the bow. Beautiful. Progress is made. How are we doing on power? 673, moving through. Alrighty. This finished making the iron fragments, which is fantastic. Got him. Let's go get him. There he is. All right, my buddy. Appreciate you. All right, the other thing we can start looking at is seeing if we can make some glass. Oh, hey. How about that? Special delivery. Oop. Nice. Gosh darn it. Get up the damn stairs. Another ammo box down there, but that's all right. All right, how we doing here? Almost time. Almost time. See if we can do about shoes. I think we're ready for shoes, actually. We are. Boom. And we have a fridge. Alright, so now as we go on these freaking hunting, killing sprees, we'll have a way to actually store the food where it won't go bad and we're not just wasting life here. Gotta preserve the wildlife, man. It'll be a while, but it'd be nice when we can make a water system too. Bam! Let's see, where do we want this? Let's put it... How about right here? There we go. Let's turn it on. You can see it takes 0.2 power per second, but now we can drop that in there and it won't go bad. So, awesome sauce. Now you have to make sure that if you ever do run out of power, that you remember to go back through and turn things like that back on. Alright, so the next step will be this guy right here. We're going to need some more trees. My water canteen back out, because I always forget to get it. Veggies are starting to run a little low. How are we doing on wood? Let's go fill the burner. And let's go on outside. And we're going to chop some more trees. It's a really, really busy sim, and that's the thing that I like the most about it. And I guess that goes back to the point that I keep trying to make with this is that, you know, the developer doesn't need to have the progression be as long as it is anymore. You know, when it first launched, it did. It didn't have a lot of content. Now it does, and it's got content that's going to take you a long time to get to. There's so much to do, so much to build, so much to manage at any given time that by the time you get to a point where you don't need to manage it, like you've already done so much gameplay. And then when you add the hunters into it, normally I don't run with the hunters. I have the hunters turned on for your benefit, but it's going to be quite the experience for me too because I don't normally turn them on. So, you know, it'll be a good time. Alright, so we'll come through here. We're going to grab a bunch of wood right up until dark. Just that way we're all set. Make tons of planks. Because the next step essentially will be to build up the top floor. And decide how I want to go that route with the top floor. I may just make a giant workstation up there that has everything. And keep all the living stuff downstairs. Like I said, you can't, and the drag is like, so you can't move the BCU like we were talking about, but you can destroy it and make a new one. And the BCU just doesn't require that much to build, so it's not the end of the world. You know, by the time that you get to the point where you want to move the BCU, chances are you have more than enough materials to build a new one. So, you know, it's not a big deal. And plus, even when you destroy it, you get half of those materials that it took to build it back. So it works out. It balances out. I don't understand why you can't move the BCU when you can move everything else, and again when you can simply just destroy it and make another one. But, you know, to each their own. Who am I to judge? I'm not the programmer. I didn't write the sim, so all I can do is make suggestions and see if they don't fall on deaf ears, and if they do, well, oh well, at least you guys got to hear me complain. How are we doing here? Back up to 60 logs. And it is officially coming to dark. Alright, we got a lot done. That was some good progress on the sim. Alright. Yeah, man. We made good headway. Back up to 1100. Let's see what we need here. 3 out of 12 planks. Let's go ahead and just make some planks real quick. Might as well just stock that back up now. We'll take that all the way down to about 10. You need 10 logs to fill the fire burner, the wood burner. So I'm going to let that crank, and then I will see you guys as we start day 6, if I'm not mistaken. So stay tuned.